Minecraft has released their new drop technique almost 1 year ago, and it was in September, and drops really changed the game. They added new possibilities for what could be added, but there are still some small problems, and today I'll cover the biggest problem of them all. And it's the update numbering system. Well, this thing is something that Mojang is really aware of, and in the recent interviews they actually said that they are trying to change the update numbering system to make it work much better. But I still think that I need to show you the problem and what could be done instead of the normal update numbering system. Okay, so starting with, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe because it will really help to grow my channel, and hopefully I'll be able to hit 10,000 subscribers before summer ends. And that's a pretty nice goal. Hopefully we'll be able to hit that. But now let's start with the video. Okay, so update numbering systems were a pretty good thing that we had before drops were added. As you know, Minecraft 1.21 or 1.20, like, these are numbers that you will remember. When you're talking with someone and you say, yeah, maybe 1.21 or my favorite update is 1.16, they absolutely know what do you mean because, the numbers are memorable. Okay, so that is released every year back then, so maybe that's why they had the numbers. Because as you know, the last update was 1.21, it was Tricky Trials, and it released in June. So you maybe think that the next drop will be 1.22, but you're wrong. The next update is supposed to be 1.21.6. And if you look at the recent updates, you know that in the fall we don't get too huge drops. So the next update might even be 1.21.7, and then we can even get 1.21.8. So this issue is really important to fix. But really the main issue here is how players who aren't too active on social medias and do not know too much about upcoming game drops and how they see the new updates come out. As an example, if you aren't too active on social medias and you maybe don't see the working on the snapshot and you kind of play Minecraft occasionally, you look into the launcher and you see that there's a new drop or version, and it's maybe 1.21.6, and you look what they added a new flyable mob, they added a new block, they added a bunch of things which are kind of game changing. And maybe next time, after a month, you check out and there's a new version, so you must think, whoa, they maybe added something nice again, and then you check and there's nothing new. And then you find out that this version is only a hotfix version and it still gets its own number, which is 1.21.3, the same size as the Pale Garden, the same size as the Happy Gas, and also the same size as the Spring Drop. This is what is wrong with this drop system. The update numbers are just not made into the sizes that they are added in. Okay, as an example, this never happened with the normal updates, because if you looked and they actually added 1.20 and then you looked at 1.20.1, you would know that this is a hotfix because 1.20 and all the new numbers are made for new updates. While this video isn't talking too much about Bedrock Edition, but this time Bedrock Edition adds vibrant visuals in the summer drop, and it's still 1.21. So if a whole graphic overhaul isn't a new number, then I don't know what is. But they could really wait for the Java maybe, and that's why they aren't releasing any update number. There's a pretty good theory, but still, it's been a year since we got an update number. So I want to give some solutions for what Mojang could do to actually solve this problem, because this problem is pretty solvable with what we have now, and they don't actually need to change everything too much. Okay, so the first thing that I could do is just to keep the old update system but with drops. Of course, they will make updates like 4 times more frequent, but they'll still be cool. But the only problem that I see with this is that they would need to release 4 new numbers each year, which would kind of add up. After like 5 years we will have 20 new numbers. It'll be like on 1.40 something. And that of course leave place for the dot updates to be as hotfixes, and that was what we had previously. But I don't know if it's good. Please tell me in the comments what you think about this. But now let's go to another solution. Another thing they could do is just to keep the system normally and then add 1 new update number each year when like 4 drops release. But that's still a bad idea because it doesn't solve our problem. But my next thing is probably the thing that should solve our problem. Okay, so if you saw the recent 4 drops, which were bundles, the Pale Garden, the Spring Drop, and also the Happy Gas, you can see that all of them are kind of connected to exploration, and yeah, having all the items in your inventory and getting all these things. So I think that this kind of has a theme, and what they could do is to release a new update number which is only focused on this theme, and of course the drops will be a little different, but the theme will still stay the same. I don't know how good or bad I explained this, but in like this drop they could just add 1.22 and say that this is some kind of exploration update or something like that, which is made out of 4 drops, and that's what they could make each year, and I will still add the update numbers. And the next thing is the hotfix problem. That fix problem could be fixed really easily, and it's to add another number. Yes, it could be annoying, but Bedrock Edition has it, and yeah, you know that it's a hotfix, and that wouldn't make any more problems. As an example, if you're getting 1.21.6, the hotfix update could be 1.21.6.1, which is not too hard to pronounce and it's not too hard to tell, so if you saw this update you would probably know that this is a hotfix because it's so small. Okay, so another thing that I could do is just to include the update name in the launcher, which would be a lot easier than do all that, and that would be pretty cool. Okay, so the name of the versions aren't included in the launcher, which is a little weird, because yeah, if you don't know how the update numbers work, you'll never know how big the update is, so yeah, that's a little crazy. It just says latest snapshot and latest release, so even if the new release is a hotfix, you will never know that in the launcher. You have to launch the game and actually check for yourself, or just check the changelog. It would be a lot easier if they actually included the name of the version if it's out, or just marking it with an update or hotfix or literally anything else. And if someone asks me if I want to change the snapshot system, I don't want that, because the snapshot system is perfectly fine and it actually explains everything that is there. And it's also a test version, so it shouldn't describe how big the version is either. Even if this problem doesn't seem too big for you here, but there's a huge part of the community who actually doesn't know how to tell a small update from a hotfix from a huge update, which is really bad. Another reason why I want this system to be changed is obviously because of my video titles, and when a drop releases we are not told which version is this. And we should be told that from the beginning, because yeah, it's a really important thing. And if they say that it's 1.22, I will say 1.22 in the title. If they say that it's 1.21.6, I will say that it's 1.26 or 1.21.6 in the title. But unfortunately they don't actually say anything when they launch an update until the release, so I have to guess, and it's been a year since 1.21, so I was saying 1.22 for literally any drop that they released. And that made many people mad because they said that I'm just using the name of the version, but I actually don't know what the name of the version is going to be. And that is the problem. They need to change this literally for everyone. It will help everyone. It will help people who want to find a version. It will help people who want to see the number of the version. It will help everyone, and I don't think that anyone loses on this little change. And I don't think that it's too hard to do that. They just need to decide what they want to settle on. And I really hope that they will do another statement really soon, that they will say what's coming with the update numbers and how it will work, because it's been a year and we still haven't got a proper explanation for how it will work. Because yeah, they explained the drops, they explained that they can be big and small, but they haven't explained the problem with update numbers, which is really huge among Java players, because Bedrock players don't have this issue too often. And for my video, that's everything. You hopefully can like and subscribe, because I want Mojang to see this video, or want one of the employees to see this video and actually think about what is happening with the update numbering system. So thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and thanks, and see you next time.